So today we're gonna do an epic review of the GORUCK Bullet 16-liter backpack. In the video, we're gonna pack this thing out and show you the true, brutally honest pros and cons, so you can decide if it's the bag for you. Incredibly durable shoulder strap, very nice mesh. Love this ripstop material. No web holders. But if it's not, don't worry, because you see all these bags behind me? If you stick around to the end of the video, we're gonna talk about some alternative recommendations that are similar to the GORUCK, but a bit different and might better suit your needs. So definitely stick around for that, but first, let's review the Bullet 16-liter. Okay, let's talk about the gist of the GORUCK Bullet 16-liter. So real fast, let me clarify. GORUCK actually has a bunch of different models of Bullet backpacks. This one is actually, and I read, the Bullet Ruck Double Compartment Ripstop Robic Tidal Blue. The Bullet is the size, it's the smallest or one of the smaller versions of GORUCK bags. The double compartment, I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a second. And the Ripstop is the material, which we'll talk a little bit more in depth in the next section. But first, let's talk about GORUCK. I think looking at a GORUCK bag, you kind of immediately know what their thing is, right? It's military vibes, tactical aesthetic, made in America patches. But the cool thing about GORUCK, which is a US-based company, is they actually come from the rucking community, which is where you wear a backpack and put a crap ton of weight in it and just run until they tell you to stop. And for a backpack to have that much weight in it, it needs to be very well built. And that's what GORUCK does so well, and that's how they've kind of blown up in the carry community over the past, 10 years. And the Bullet is the most adorable version of their bags yet. Some of its top features being a quick access / pocket, a front compartment with a ton of organization and a really cool built-in tech pouch, a clamshell opening main compartment, incredibly durable shoulder straps and reinforced stitching, plus what's advertised to be a bomb-proof laptop compartment. As of recording, this Bullet version only comes in one color option, black. Blue's not even available. But GORUCK is always changing out their colors based on seasonality and what's in trend, so kind of take a look at the website to see what's available when you're interested in buying this thing. The size is 16 liters, which in my opinion is an awesome size for everyday carry. It kind of constricts you a little bit, you can't have a lot of gear. You can't be a photographer with a bunch of stuff or with a bunch of tech gear. You can't travel on a week with it, that's for sure. But it's a good, nice size, gives a really nice, tight, streamlined fit. Let's talk dimensions. We got a height of around 15 inches, a width of around 12 inches, and a fully packed out depth 6 inches. GORUCK says this bag weighs 2.8 pounds, and it does. I'm getting 2.6 on scale number 1 and 2.7 pounds on scale number 2, which is pretty good for GORUCK bags, because normally these things are heavy. This is the bag when it's fully packed out and worn on me. I'm 5'8", and this is the bag when it's fully packed out and worn on our media manager, Margaret, who's 5'2". And don't worry, I'm gonna pack out the bag throughout the entire review so you can see exactly what it fits. Now, before I tell you the price, I gotta tell you that GORUCK has one of the best warranties in the bag world carry community. It's called their Scars Lifetime Guarantee, and it's epic. It means you're covered for life for this bag, which is why GORUCK charges a premium, amongst other reasons, for their products, and this bag is $245 USD as of recording. But if at any point in this review you're thinking to yourself, dude, lifetime warranty, super cool bag, and it comes with an American patch? America, I'm totally getting one. Well, if that's the case and you're gonna make a purchase or you wanna find out more information, we do ask that you do so using the first link in the description below. Reason being, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and we oftentimes have discount codes. But that link also helps to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel and team so we can keep making the best bag reviews on the web. Thank you very much. Okay, let's talk about the front of the GORUCK Bullet Ruck Double Compartment Ripstop Robic. First up is the aesthetic. GORUCK, obviously, they know their lane. But one thing I like about this version of the Bullet is it's actually a little less tactical, military, don't me vibes. And the reason being, on this front panel, normally GORUCK bags are loaded with these external lash points, which just kind of scream all the things that I said before. But the lack of the external lash points kind of give the bag a lot cleaner of a look. And I think this is a better entry point. And also makes sense because the 16-liter is smaller, and women have a tendency to like smaller bags, and women aren't always into the hardcore military vibes. So I think that a lot of women and people in general who are interested in GORUCK but don't want that don't me vibe, they're drawn to the Bullet. I'm drawn to the Bullet. But less so because of the patch, I'll be honest. We have GORUCK's branding right here. It's loud. It's America. That's basically the Star-Spangled Banner in a patch, mofos. And I'm just not really into patches myself, but I know a lot of people in the carry community love patches. They can take this one off and put a different one on. I might be into patches if I can get like a perfect patch. Yeah, if I can get a Nomads Nation patch or a Miami Heat patch, just like Jimmy Butler dunking on a dude. Maybe I'd rock that patch. I don't know, what's your take on patches? And maybe even better, what's your perfect patch? Margaret, what's your perfect patch? No, wow, you're getting a raise. Perfect answer. From there though, let's talk about the fabric, which is actually in the name because Goruck traditionally uses like a 1000D Cordura and other fabrics as well. But this line is very loud and proud in the fact that it uses a Ripstop Robic. You can see all the squares in the fabric. And Ripstop's cool because as the name suggests, you see all those little squares in the fabric? That's literally like the stitching that helps stop the rips, right? So if a rip happens, it stops, hence Ripstop. And Robic is a brand name Ripstop, super high quality, which is known for its weather resistance and being super lightweight. From there we have the slash pocket in the front, sort of a staple of the Goruck aesthetic. Love the pocket for the look and also the functionality. I like Goruck's zipper pullers. I like this Hypalon piece right there with a little zipper puller at the end. Very functional, very easy to grip, having like a smooth, satisfying experience. And then you can see in the title blue version of this fabric that I have, we have a gold interior, which is just lovely. Oh, they call it speed tan, not gold, speed tan. This pocket's great because it gives you quick access to the things that you need quick access to. For instance, I might put my over-the-head headphones in there. The pocket runs the entire depth of the bottom of the bag. And to grab whatever in the pocket, you just swing the bag over your shoulder. Access, pretty easy, pretty cool. And yeah, that should be it for the front. Let's talk about the middle of the GORUCK Bullet Double Compartment Ripstop backpack. One thing to know about the middle of most Goruck backpacks, they're very sleek and streamlined. Because you'll notice on neither side is there any water bottle holder, which always struck me as kind of peculiar for like a rucking backpack. I don't know, maybe there's something I'm missing. But like if you're carrying like 50 pounds of weights for, you know, until your drill sergeant tells you to stop, I might want access to a water bottle. So I never really got that. But I do love the look. That sleek streamlinedness, right? Whether you're traveling with this bag or walking through the city, you're not gonna catch on to anything. And it also gave Goruck the option to have 2 compartments. The first of which is quite interesting and what distinguishes this bag from other Goruck bags. We'll call this the front main compartment. No, we'll call it the front admin compartment. Final answer. And you can see on the front part, we have a top zippered pocket, a mesh pocket below that. And then on the other side, we have another mesh pocket, and then sort of this cool built-in tech pouch with a couple of smaller mesh pockets inside. Like the GR1 doesn't have this compartment. And for some people, it's too much. There's a lot going on. They don't need all these compartments. But for other people, they're like, dude, organization, America? Yeah. So let's see how organized it actually is and pack it out with some stuff. I think this front admin compartment is great for your smaller bits of gear. Let's go ahead and load it up. Sunglasses, my $1 fake Ray-Bans that I got in Vietnam. They're going on the top. Zip that up. Mesh compartment number 1. So we're gonna do my little side-by-side passport wallet. Got some spare change in there, some passports in case I'm traveling. You know, I got a bit of extra space. I'm gonna throw an umbrella in there as well. Nice. And for this side, we'll do hard drive, a packable tote from Day Owl. Love this thing. And then on the top little built-in tech pouch, it's got actually some nice volume to it. I wonder if it'll fit the Evergoods Cap 0.5. Yeah, it totally will. Wow, that's cool. So if you want to know what the dimensions are of the Goruck built-in tech pouch, it's basically the exact dimensions of the Evergoods Cap 0.5 tech pouch. It's a match made in heaven, perfect fit. But it's also a good storage area for smaller things like my wallet. Put a notebook on the outside. And the AirPods fit perfect in this compartment right there. Beautiful. And then, yeah, we didn't make it with the modern day fare, but let's test out the actual capacity. Can we just sort of put it in the middle? Little modern day fare tech pouch sandwich, am I right? Zip it on up. Oh yeah, rocking and rolling. One thing to note too, that I really like about this Goruck experience is that I'm not crazy about the 1000D Cordura versions. And the reason is they're tough, they're durable, I will give you that. But God, sometimes getting those zippers around, dude. I know they break in over time, in theory, but like, it's a bag that makes you work for it. This Robic Ripstop nylon is so much smoother and just feels like a much more enjoyable experience. You see that? Do you see how much I enjoyed it? This smile is genuine. But now we can talk about the actual main compartment, which is a bit more minimalist. You can see on one side, we have a little sleeve right there. And then if you were like, I want the attachment points that are missing on the front, don't you worry, you got them on the main compartment. You got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got about 18 of them. Is that enough attachment points for you? I hope so. And then on this side, we have a zippered mesh compartment. Very nice mesh, elasticy, silky smooth. And I basically put all my EDC stuff in like that admin compartment. So let's say we're doing a super lightweight weekend trip. I got a Pete Design packing cube. Let's see if it fits. I think it should be a perfect fit. It's literally a perfect fit. Let's see if we can shove a few more things in there. In this mesh elastic compartment, I'll throw my hoodie. This is gonna compromise closing ability a bit, but we'll see. We're pushing this bag to its limits. We're seeing how hardcore this bag is. And then if we're doing a little weekend trip, I'm gonna throw my DOP kit at the top. Will it close? think with beyond a reasonable doubt, it's absolutely gonna close. God, this is my 4th or 5th GORUCK, and I think it's absolutely my favorite because this material it makes it a different user experience. It's not gonna be for everyone. Some people are gonna like that insanity of the 1000D Cordura. If you're looking for something a bit more middle of the road that has a bit more of like a, I don't know, non-rucking user experience, this Ripstop is lovely. Couple of last points in the middle of the bag. It's not really a self-standing bag, so keep that in mind. We've got a top handle here. There's not a lot of space in that top handle. I'm a small dude, I'm 5'8", so I don't have like the biggest mittens in the world, but you know, it'll give you a little leverage. And also what I love about GORUCK is just like all this reinforced stitching they do on their handles and their shoulder straps. The handle ain't going nowhere. And finally, we have this top zippered pocket, which the carry community loves. They love these pockets because it's a great spot for your sunglasses, but I already put my sunglasses in a different pocket. I don't feel like fishing them out. So you're gonna have to use your imagination that your sunglasses can absolutely go right there. I can totally see why backpack enthusiasts are digging this bag. And if you're watching this review for this long, listening to my rants and my hilarious jokes, right, Margaret? Hilarious? Good. And there's a good chance that, like me, you're a bit of a backpack nerd. And if that's the case, I wanna let you know that we actually don't just do YouTube reviews of backpacks on the Nomads Nation YouTube channel, but we also have a newsletter. And the newsletter is freaking epic. And here's why. A couple times a month, I deliver straight to your inbox all the news that's happening in the carry community, right? From limited edition drops to cool new materials and all the latest releases from the brands, biggest to smallest and everything in between. And plus we do a bunch of giveaways and other cool stuff. So if you wanna be on the cutting edge of the carry community and know about all the awesomeness that's happening in the bag world, be sure to look for this globe emoji right here in the description below. And there you can sign up to the Nomads Nation newsletter. I hope to see you in your inbox. All right, let's talk about the back of the GORUCK Bullet Double Compartment Ripstop. First up, let's talk about the laptop compartment, because GORUCK advertises their laptop compartments to be bomb-proof, and I nor refute that claim, because it would require things that I don't have available to me. But I will say, their laptop compartments are very interesting, as to where they're actually located behind the shoulder straps, which is good in one way because it provides extra security, but bad in the other way because every time you gotta get in there, you gotta kind of move these shoulder straps, which could be annoying. The access is very limited, which is also annoying, but the padding is exceptional. And I can't say for sure if this would survive a bomb, but it does feel very secure. This is my 13-inch MacBook Pro, and GORUCK says that this bag can handle most 14-inch laptops. I see, zip it on up. And yeah, I mean, like, it just feels like my MacBook Pro is in good hands. Feels like it's in a bunker. From there though, let's talk about comfort, which comes down to two things, back panel and shoulder straps. I would say GORUCK has like a different sort of belief system when it comes to comfort. Like you got some bags like this, right, which have a little bit softer of a padding, less coarse materials, and just kind of has a little bit more luxurious of a feel. But GORUCK says, that. This thing needs to be bomb-proof and you gotta be able to rucksack with it for 75 miles a day, which means like kind of harder padding. Almost in a way that feels cardboardy, but not cheap cardboard, like really expensive cardboard. And that's also, you know, on the back as well. Like, you know, this thing, it's got an agenda, and GORUCK sticks to that agenda, which I commend them for, but I will say it's not gonna be for everyone. The forums on the Reddits and the whatnots say that these shoulder straps do have a tendency to break in over time, but just keep in mind, like, it's not the super soft, padded, like, air experience that a lot of us are used to. Also, there's not as much ventilation as many might want on this bag. You got some cuts right here that might inspire a little bit of airflow, but yet again, not quite like on that air standard where it's like you got like inches of just like whoosh space. There's significantly less whoosh space on GORUCK bags. And one thing is weird as hell is what in God's name is going on here. You can see this bottom part of the back panel is elevated. It's like 3D, dude, and it like sticks out, and there's only one way to find out how that'll feel, which we're gonna take it outside in just a minute. But before then, a couple other notes on the shoulder straps is we have 1, 2, 3, 4 external lash points on each one, and absolutely no web holders, AKA dangle stoppers. I don't know why GORUCK does this at this price point. Evergoods too. Some of these carry companies, I just think they're stubborn. I just think that's what it comes down to. And so like everyone's like, hey, can we just get one of those, like one of those to do one of these? And they're like, nah, we don't do that. I don't know. It always kind of irks me. Good news though is that if you want to stop the dangle, #StopTheDangle, you can buy them on Amazon and kind of keep these in their place. All right, I've rambled enough. Now we're gonna take this backpack outside and test the comfort, test these shoulder straps, and test this weird old back panel thing. What are you? Let's take it outside to find out. You know, the more I wear GORUCK bags, the more I like their comfort. I was less into it at first because these straps are like, they're kind of hardcore, really robust, right? And the back panel doesn't offer a lot of ventilation, but you kind of get used to a GORUCK, and it's just a vibe. Overall, very comfortable pack, minus two things. One, I wish there was a sternum strap. I know it's a small backpack, but it's just nice to have just in case. But the second thing is, like I mentioned, this sort of 3D back bottom part, which sort of protrudes a little bit. It's not uncomfortable, but you notice it. And sometimes noticing is discomfort in its own way. But those two things aside, overall, a highly comfortable pack. Now let's take it back up to the office and talk about the overall pros and the cons of the GORUCK Double Compartment. Overall pro number one is I love this ripstop material. It just feels so nice and it works so well with this GORUCK bag. Pro number two is gonna be the additional organization provided by this front admin compartment. And pro number three is going to be this incredibly safe and possibly bomb-proof laptop compartment. But I got some cons, I'm gonna tell you what they are right now. Con number one is I think there could be a little bit more ventilation in the back panel. Con number two, dangle! And con number three, for some of you out there, the lack of water bottle holders will be a deal breaker. But if you're still here, there's a good chance that the water bottle holders and the dangle and the lack of ventilation is not a deal breaker for you. And if that's the case, just a reminder, if you're gonna make a purchase or you wanna find out more information, we do ask that you do so using the first link in the description below. Thank you very much. But also, you might still be here because I did promise some alternative backpack recommendations right there. So let's go over there and let's talk about them this way. All right, so you're not quite sure about the Bullet 16 liter? My first alternative recommendation is gonna be the Goruck GR2 26 liter. It's a great pick for you if you're totally vibing to like the GORUCK vibe, but the 16 liter might be a little bit too small for you. 26 liter is very similar in its overall design and also gives you 10 extra liters of capacity while still maintaining all the friggin' GORUCK durable awesomeness. We did a full review on this bag and you can find it in the description below. Okay, alternative recommendation number two is gonna be this guy down here, the King Kong Core backpack. And the cool thing about this bag and all King Kong bags in general is that they have a similar aesthetic to GORUCK, gym, tactical, but at a much more accessible price point. King Kong makes killer bags and they're getting better by the year. And to learn more about the Core backpack, take a look at the description below and you'll find a link to our full review. And the final recommendation of this video is this bag up here. One of my favorite bags of all time, the Able Carry 13. Great option for you if you like the small, compact size of the Bullet 16 liter, and you like its durability and weather resistance, but maybe you want something a little less on the tactical side. Able Carry makes great gear as to where it still has a really durable outdoorsiness to it, and great comfort while also having some great urban elements, including like awesome laptop compartments. They're truly great crossover bags. And to learn more about the Able Carry 13, just watch this video right here. If you got any questions about any bags, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Aaron, this is Nomad Nation, and we'll catch you next time.